In this video we're going to look at the setup and commissioning of your brand new Metabo Bas 318 bandsaw, as well as troubleshooting some of the issues you may be having. The first step in assembling your machine is building your integrated machine stand. You will note that one of your legs has an adjustable foot, which should be on the front right hand side of your machine as demonstrated. After you've mounted your machine onto your integrated machine stand, the next step is mounting your saw bench onto your swivel base by using the Allen caps provided. This you do by sliding your blade into your groove like this. The next step in completing your saw bench is installing your rib fence measurement guide into the provided slots and locking it with the locking nuts. The next we're going to install the table extension into the slots. Remember, you can add it to the back as well, depends on your application. Lock it with the locking screws, and remember, once installed, to add your stopper screws from preventing it pulling out completely once in use. Let's have a look at the accessories. Your rib fence clamps onto your bench with a 2-clamp system, one handle. Your miter fence slides into your slots either side and can be stowed away in the provided bracket. And lastly, we have our push stick for safe cuts, and which is stowed away on the side of the machine for ease of use. Moving on, let's have a look at the tensioning and adjustment of the blade. When adjusting the tension on your saw blade, make sure your quick release handle is in the tension position. To increase the tension on your blade, you turn your tensioner clockwise, and to decrease, anti-clockwise. To check the tension on your blade, it should have plus minus a 3 mm play on either side. Looking at your professional head top and bottom, you have guide bearings either side of your blade, as well as at the back for load. Remember, these bearings should be set as close as possible to the blade without touching when the machine runs without load. Now we've done the blade setup, let's have a look at how to change the speed on this machine. In order to change the cutting speed on this machine, you need to reduce your tension on your drive belt. On this side is your tensioner, which you turn clockwise to reduce tension. The next step is moving your belt to the correct pulley position and retensioning your drive belt by turning your tensioner anti-clockwise. Now let's troubleshoot some of the points you may be struggling with. Having a look at the on and off switch, you'll find that the red button or the off switch protrudes. The reason for this is to serve as a safety switch, which you can easily cut the power in case of emergency. Another query we get is that the machine doesn't want to switch on. One of the main safety features on the Metabo Bas machines is that both the top and the bottom door has a micro switch for safety reasons. This is to prevent the operator from switching on or operating the machine while working on the inside. The door should be properly closed and locked with a locking nut before operating the machine. If your blade wanders while cutting, make sure to check your blade's tension, as well as lowering your head as close to your workpiece as possible. If you pick up vibrations on your machine, make sure there's no kinks in your blade, as well as making sure that the welded joint on your machine is flush. Another reason for vibrations might be that your floor isn't level. The last 2 points we're going to look at is at the bottom of your machine. Number 1, if your drive belt slips, you need to adjust the tension. And number 2, if your dustpan isn't properly seated, your door stopper will prevent you from closing your door. Should you wish to see a demo on this machine, please visit our Metabo SA YouTube channel.